Hey, so I've been playing around with the dmenu a lot recently, and it's pretty damn useful. What I was going to show off here is this little program I use to use dmenu to control some of my switching applications. But just to give you a real quick of what dmenu is, dmenu is one of the suckless utils that's usually used as an application launcher. So there's that. Most people use Rofi, but I don't know. I like Deep Menu a lot. So I have all these scripts in my in my user directory for binaries, uh, and I want to use those I want to be able to execute those on the fly without actually opening up a shell. So I wrote a dmenu script to let me bind one of my keys, in this case Command Shift Space. Normal dmenu is Command Space. That lets me use some of these switching programs and also control them with shell commands that I want to be able to access from the without a terminal prompt as well. So, for example, I've got switch background, select VPN, select display setup, and I'll just show switch background since that's the easiest one and it's pretty cool. So I click on that switch background, and I've got all my backgrounds over here. So let's just go to I don't know, train. So it switches to train. So I still have that up. I've got a couple other scripts, just like toggle conky, which will turn conky on and off. So which I don't know. All these scripts are pretty useful, but don't want to open them up in a shell. So to give you the idea of how this works, I've basically controlled it all through a CSV. So if you look in this dmenu command, let's see, in this dmenu commands directory file, it's just a CSV. Reason being, I don't just want to list out the entire directory for all the scripts because I not all of those are useful in this situation where I got the switching, but I also want to be able to run shell commands as well. And there's no point in writing a whole script just to do a feb bg scale to switch your background. So I have just this little shell command followed by all the possible wallpapers I could put in there. So basically, it's just what's the description of the program that you want to run from dmenu, the actual name of the program to run, followed by whatever options it's going to have. So we look at this. I don't know. Let's look at the select VPN one. So select VPN, and you can see I've got Chicago, Toronto, London. Yeah, but the point is, you have something so that you can do switching programs really easily without having to actually bind an entire key to it, because X hotkey daemon, you're going to run out of space super quick, and it's also kind of a pain to memorize all those keybinds if it's something you don't really do that often, and is also something that you need options on. So like I'm not going to have a separate keybind for Chicago, another one for Toronto, another one for London. I'm just going to have this dmenu script that lets me run all of them. So to show you what the actual dmenu stuff looks like. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, sorry. X hotkey daemon. There we go. I got my normal super space for dmenu run history, but run history is basically just run with remembering your history. But here, it's just those dmenu commands cut up so you can just feed the thing through into dmenu. It lets you select the different programs that are in that first field, and then the actual command that needs to get run is parsed out to this Python script that I will actually be switching over to just a little implementation for Rust, because the whole point of suckless utils is that they're super lightweight. Python is about as far from lightweight as you can get, but I just wanted to spin it up really quickly, and I know Python pretty damn well. So I'll switch it over to Rust so it's a little more performant, but I basically needed a reverse grep. So I have the command first because I have the file first since I already know what that's going to be, and I need the option I'm going to run with second. So since dmenu pipes everything through standard out, I can only do one thing of standard out. Now there's probably some way of combining them, but at the point where I have the descriptor in the first field, I know pretty quickly what the second one's going to be, and pipe that out, and then execute a shell under that. So shell feh, shell NordVPN, whatever really. So yeah, it's pretty darn useful. The Python script is also pretty simple, but where is it? Yeah, partial dmenu options. There we go. Yeah, so it's just really one little thing to iterate through and find what the command you're looking for is, and then a little fire to kick off the command, which once again is way more overhead than you probably need, and well, way more overhead than you definitely want for something like this. It still executes quickly enough, so it's not super bad, but this needs to be something better. But it illustrates the point, so whatever, who the fuck cares? Yeah, that's my dmenu program launcher. You can see, like, it'll be pretty useful. So, for example, you're changing graphics. I have a setup where I have on this computer, or I've got an integrated graphics card and a dedicated graphics card. I want to be able to switch between those with Optimus, kind of on the fly. I don't just want to toggle them because I actually want to be able to see. I want to be conscious of what I'm picking, and then beyond that, there's also things where you want a lot of options, like the display setup you want, like where you're trying to extend across multiple displays, mirror, or you just want it on your laptop because you want to hide your display for whatever reason, or just put it on the external display. But yeah, all these little switches are pretty useful. I can use a lot of things for it. But if you want the code, I'll have it on my GitLab. So just take it, use it. Complain at me for being bad at writing dmenu scripts, and just have fun.